Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am having a rest. I've been out my garden again today. It's now 4 o'clock. Anyway, I'll be sorting my tea out shortly, but I have been doing one or two things in my garden, getting rid of one or two weeds, and I really had to do my hedge. The hedge in the both. I have it's not too big in the front garden, but I have a very long one in the back garden. But I couldn't manage both in one day. So I've done the one in the front garden today, but wasn't just the hedge. I had to dig out the weeds underneath the hedge before I could get into it, because some of them were those prickly ones like the thistles, and they were knee high. There's no way I was walking into those, so I dug those out first. So there was a little bit extra work just to cut the hedge. And I have one of those, it's called a garden groom for cutting the hedge. And it's actually like a lawnmower. And you just put it on the hedge and just move it backwards and forwards like that. And it cuts all the bits off, and they're all chopped up. They go into the container on the bottom, and they're all chopped up, ready to put straight into your compost, little small leaves and that. It's one of the best things I ever bought for cutting the hedge, because I used to have, the normal kind before that, and then I used to have to clear all the stuff up afterwards, and it wasn't chopped up into small bits for the compost, because it rots down quick if it's like that. But it was quite, when you cut it, see, this is the top of the hedge, you should only let the hedge grow to about this much, but mine was about that. So I was having to lift it and drop it down on top, on all the way across until it got down low enough, and then I could just go backwards and forwards. So it was a lot of extra work, because I haven't cut it when I should have. I've only cut it once this year. So I'll have to make sure that I don't let it get like that, because it was really hard work. And I had to do the inside. I done the top bit first, and then the inside of the garden, and I went outside the garden, and then I had to go into the girls next door and with the clippers and do the little bits by hand that were grown over the fence into her garden. Mind all the weeds that were growing around it, but it wouldn't have been noticeable, like, but it's my hedge, I take care of it. So after I did that, I came in and collapsed on the settee. I hadn't even been doing any knitting, but I thought I'm going to have to start sorting out my tax returns and things. I've never had to do this before. This is the first time I've had to do it, and I do need to get it. I know you have up until next year sometime for to do it, but as I get a little bit pension credit from the government, that helps with my pension, because I don't get full pension. Probably because of being a housewife all my life and not had all the stamps. But I thought I better sort out my tax things in case I'm not entitled to all of that pension credit that I get, because when I work it all out and it goes back to them, they might say, oh, you have to pay some of that pension credit back. So I thought I'm getting it sorted out now as soon as possible. But when I started sorting everything out, and I'm putting down all the things I could get for expenses and all that, and I thought, well, I think I did have to fill a little thing in last year, because I just started it, and it was only about a month. For about a month I had to fill it in, but I had put my new computer I bought down as expenses, because I do use the computer for videos and things like that for YouTube. So I thought, I can't put that down. I put that down on the form the last time. So I thought, oh, well, I had to buy a new phone, and I had to buy a new tablet, because the new computer I bought was crap. The quality of the videos was crap. So I bought a new tablet, because my old tablet's camera was crap on that, and I needed a good one for doing the videos. So I'm putting that down. my phone down, so that takes quite a lot of the money that I've made away from the tax man anyway, and all the other expenses that I have to put down, all the wool I've bought, and then I had to put down all the I haven't been online and done it yet. I've just been jotting it down myself, and have to put down everything I get from YouTube and everything I get from all my orders, and so all the expenses I've had to put down is all the wool and the postage and everything like that. So I've had to sort all that out. That's what I've been doing since I finished in my garden, and I've only just sat down to do some knitting now, like. And trying to work out, you know, what you can wangle the out of the government for your expenses. And I thought, well, oh, I need to put down all the wool I've actually bought as well. The only problem is I'm probably going to have to go on PayPal, because I pay for nearly everything through PayPal, and it doesn't tell you on my bank statements what it is. It just says PayPal, and one or two did, like, but I paid for some things through the likes of Lovecraft and that way. I didn't use PayPal. I think I just used it because it came up on the statement as Lovecraft. So I'm going to have to go on my PayPal account and check all the things where I know I bought wool and that from eBay and Amazon and everything I bought, and find out what I can put down as expenses, because I can't remember what I bought. What I've getting all these things that just says PayPal, and I know the amount that it's probably got and something to do with my knitting and that. I'll have to sort that out. So once I get that sorted out, I'll be relieved, because I'll know whether I'm entitled to all the pension credit that I'm getting. Not that it's a lot, like, but it does help. So I am doing a little bit more. That's what I'm going to do today. The black one, because I haven't really gotten a lot of this one done. But I did do, before I started all my working out my taxing and all that, I did a little bit more of this, because I'm doing a tutorial for it. So I want to get it done, because if I get it on my other channel, I'll get some watch hours for people for this. So this is the back. I finished the back. It looks large when I hold it up there, but it's only a 26-inch. So I got the back done, and then I done a little bit more video just to tell what I had done from the armholes up to the back of the neck. And then I did a little bit, just knitted a little bit of the left front and put that on a little bit video. Added a little bit more to the video with that, because the sooner I get that done, the sooner I can get it onto my other channel, Sheila's Just Knitting, because that's where all the tutorials are. And then I can get on to other things, other tutorials that I might do, because I need the tutorials to get them on, to get the viewing hours, so that I can get the channel monetized. That'll be more money for the tax man next year when I have to fill him in. I've got two channels. But I had a little bit more of this one, which I had done yesterday. I've done a little bit more, I think, after I done the video. So I'm a bit good way up the hood. The only thing I don't like about this one, for it come to the hood, this is the shoulders here. I think the stitches should have been, they're told to put the stitches on a holder to pick them up for the hood, but it doesn't look right. I think the stitches should have been cast off there, and then you would have sort of like a line where the hood starts, but it's just straight on from the back, where it just doesn't look right to me. But I'm following the pattern, so I'll get a bit more of that done tomorrow morning. And I'm not at my granddaughter's tomorrow, because they'll probably still be clearing up, coming home from camping. So even if they were in time, I wouldn't bother going. I'd give them plenty of time to sort themselves out when they come back. So I'll get a little bit of that done tomorrow morning. And a bit more of this, hopefully. That needle. Got that many needles on that many different things. Oh, and that's for the little blue one. It wouldn't be me if I didn't have a bit of everything. And I've had one or two. I'm getting emails off, well, it was actually on my Facebook Messenger. A lady contacted me and she'd been watching my Sheila's Just Knitting channel and then this channel as well, and made sure, so she mentioned she's on both channels now. She watches both channels, and she was on about watching me with the black and seeing the trouble I was having knitting it, and so she asked for my address, and she's going to send me something that'll help with this, that apparently helped her. So I'm getting lots of emails of people that want to send me things. It's nice to be liked. And that same lady was talking about she likes to hear my voice and my accent. I wish I knew why everybody likes my accent, hear my voice. I get on my own nerves sometimes, actually, like. I'd love to understand that. I can't, I just don't understand why everybody likes my voice and my accent so much. It's not even, it's Geordie, but it's not even broad Geordie. If I was broad Geordie, you probably wouldn't understand half of what I was saying. And I was never allowed to speak broad Geordie when we were kids, and if I ever did, I used to get a slap off my mother. We don't use that kind of language in this house. It wasn't language, it was just the Geordie. She'd be turned in her grave if she knew what we used to get up to when we weren't at home. We all spoke, the three of us, we all spoke the Geordie lingo. But anyway, that's just my little bit for today. I'm going to sort some tea out for myself and see how much of this I can get knitting. I'm going to keep on doing this all the rest of the time now. I'm seeing it's just after 4 now until I go to bed tonight. And then if it does get a little bit dark, but it is quite late, quite a long time though I might have another bit more on this one, because I haven't done any more on this one since I started the rib. And Janet, the lady who I was doing the large 52-inch Aran cream cardigan for, she messaged me and she's got the cardigan to come this morning and she's happy with it. Waiting so when she can order again. And I told her I am not taking any adult orders until about the middle of September, but I will take small children's orders because I can knit those once I've finished these orders I've got, these small ones. I can be in my garden all day and that, and I can sit and knit at night time on the little ones because they don't take very long to knit. But I don't want to be stuck with large orders where I'm having to do them during the day as well as the night time to get them finished in time. Because I do like to spend some time in my garden, and it has been getting neglected an awful lot lately, or else those weeds in my front under my hedge wouldn't have been the size they were. But little ones don't take all that much long. When I'm just doing them and nothing else, I can do them pretty quick. So if anybody was thinking about orders, there's going to be nothing knitted until the middle of September for large adult things. And I think I've taken a bit of that. Sometimes when you're knitting with the sparkle in, sometimes the needle goes through the sparkle but not the wool. That's what I've just done there. I've had to take the stitch back off the needle again. done it again there. There. Well, anyway, that's my little bit for today. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all again another day, probably tomorrow. So bye for now.